We're about to embark on a wild ride through the most fascinating, the most bizarre, the most head-scratchingly weird facts about Asia. And no, before you even ask, this isn't your grandma's National Geographic. We're talking next-level weirdness here, the kind of stuff that makes you question reality, or at least the sanity of the people who came up with it. Get ready for the strangest facts from the largest continent. We're talking square watermelons, 2-minute flights, and camels with more humps than a camel convention. Did I mention fan death? Because oh boy, are we going there. So grab your favorite snack, assume the fetal position, it helps with the existential dread, and prepare to be amazed, amused, and maybe even a little grossed out. This is Asia, baby, where the weirdness never ends. Okay, first up, Japan. The land of the rising sun, bullet trains, and square watermelons? You heard me right. Forget everything you know about the natural order of fruit, because in Japan, watermelons are getting a geometric makeover. These aren't your average slip-on-a-banana peel and sue the city kind of watermelons. These bad boys are grown in special cube-shaped boxes, forcing the fruit to conform to, well, conformity. Why square, you ask? Is it some ancient Japanese secret passed down through generations of melon whisperers? Nope. It's way more practical than that. Turns out, round watermelons are a pain in the you-know-what to store and stack. So the brilliant minds of Japan decided, hey, let's make them square. And bam! Square watermelons were born. But here's the kicker. These geometrically challenged fruits are not cheap. They're considered a luxury item, a status symbol, the kind of thing you give your boss if you want a promotion or your cat if you're really sorry about that scratching post incident. But hey, at least they'll look good on your Instagram feed, right? Next stop, Indonesia, where we're taking to the skies for the world's shortest commercial flight. And no, I'm not talking about those puddle jumper flights where you spend more time taxiing than actually in the air. This flight, my friends, clocks in at a whopping 2 minutes. You could probably microwave a burrito faster than this flight. Okay, maybe not a really big burrito. We're talking about the flight between the islands of Waigeo and Papua, operated by Wings Air. It's a hop, skip, and a jump across a tiny sliver of ocean. Passengers barely have time to get their snacks out before it's time to land. Some might call it pointless, others might call it efficient. Me, I call it a missed opportunity for in-flight entertainment. Imagine the possibilities. They could have a stand-up comedian, a magic show, a full-blown musical number, all before you reach cruising altitude. But hey, who am I to judge? Maybe they just really like taking off and landing. Or maybe they're just messing with us. Either way, it's a pretty good story to tell at parties. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to Mongolia, the land of Genghis Khan, vast steppes and camels. But not just any camels, mind you. We're talking about Bactrian camels, the ones with 2 humps. Because, you know, 1 hump is so last millennium. These furry beasts are built for the harsh Mongolian climate. Those 2 humps aren't just for show, they're like built-in survival packs, storing fat for those long treks across the Gobi Desert. Talk about a camel with curves in all the right places. And don't let their grumpy faces fool you. These camels are essential to Mongolian life. They're used for transportation, milk, meat, and even racing. Yes, camel racing is a thing, and it's just as exciting as it sounds. Imagine a bunch of furry, 2-humped creatures sprinting across the desert. It's like a scene out of Star Wars, only with more spitting. So, next time you see a camel with just 1 hump, take a moment to appreciate the majestic, double-humped glory of the Bactrian camel. They're living proof that sometimes more is definitely more. South Korea's fear of fan death, sleep tight, don't let the fan bite. Alright, let's talk about South Korea, home of K-pop, kimchi, and a deadly fear of fans. You read that right. In South Korea, there's a widespread belief that sleeping with a fan on in a closed room can be fatal. They call it fan death. It's so ingrained in the culture that you'll even find warnings about it on fan packaging. Talk about a buzzkill. Theories behind fan death range from the fan causing hypothermia, unlikely, to it sucking up all the oxygen in the room, equally unlikely. Some even believe it's caused by evil spirits lurking in the breeze. Spooky, so what's the truth? Well, like most urban legends, it's probably a combination of coincidence and a healthy dose of fear-mongering. But hey, who am I to argue with generations of Korean grandmas? Just to be safe, maybe stick to open windows or air conditioning when you're in South Korea. Or, you know, risk becoming another statistic in the great fan death epidemic of 2023. Your choice. Bhutan's gross national happiness, because money can't buy you everything, but happiness can. Next up, we're heading to the Himalayan kingdom of Bhutan, where they measure prosperity not by GDP, but by something called gross national happiness. That's right, they literally have a happiness index. Take that, Wall Street. Forget about material possessions, economic growth, and all that jazz. In Bhutan, it's all about inner peace, environmental conservation, and good vibes only. They believe that true happiness comes from living in harmony with nature, preserving their cultural heritage, and just generally being awesome human beings. And you know what? It seems to be working. Bhutan consistently ranks among the happiest countries in the world. They've got low crime rates, stunning natural beauty, and a government that actually cares about its people's well-being. So the next time you're feeling stressed out about work, money, or that weird stain on your shirt, just remember Bhutan. They're living proof that happiness isn't about how much stuff you have, but how much you appreciate the things that truly matter. The future of weird. What other strange secrets does Asia hold? So there you have it, folks. Just a small taste of the weird and wonderful world of Asian quirks. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. As these countries continue to modernize and evolve, who knows what other bizarre and fascinating facts we'll uncover? Will we discover a secret society of ninjas in Japan who communicate solely through origami cranes? Will we find a hidden village in the Himalayas where everyone has telekinetic powers? Will we finally get to the bottom of the fan death mystery? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Asia will never cease to amaze, amuse, and occasionally gross us out. And honestly, that's what makes it so damn fascinating. So, keep your eyes peeled, your minds open, and your sense of humor firmly intact. Because when it comes to Asia, the weirdness never ends.